Hello again. I'm going to do a light language transmission for you today called The Great Escape is Already Planned. And this feels like obviously endings, but new beginnings for people. And it feels amazing. It's sort of, I've been obviously constantly working through my own layers of stuff. Trauma, be it current life or past lives. I've got all sorts of interesting past life, difficult relationship dynamics have come up to the surface well over the past 5 years, I must admit. But there was a particularly heavy one sort of that started April last year. And apparently it's the galactic new year sort of roundabout now. I really can't remember the details. I don't follow these things, but it really feels like things are coming to a head, coming to an end for many people, and new beginnings. So anyway, this tiny little, a few of my crystal skulls have requested to move on. This is trying to think who I bought it from. I bought it from Doe Jansen, I think. I've got a few crystal sellers that I buy off. It's a Jasper, and he is wishing to move on. He's quite a rough pebble, but with a little face carved in here. I collect crystal skulls. I've got loads, and if for anybody that works with crystal skulls, obviously there's collectors that just collect them because they like the energy and they like the look of them. I do obviously work with Ryan, and they do request to move on. And you got to listen. I think this one, God, he's got a cheeky smile. I could see him in my head as well, like I do sort of normal guides, and I can definitely feel him kind of giggling and kind of smiling. He knows where he wants to be. He's requested to fly. He wants to move. I'm also constantly swapping a lot of my jewelry items, more so than native. I collect a lot of Native American items. This is a new one that I got today, and I collect them because of the energies that are attached. But I get a lot of my crystal jewelry as well, sort of that comes and goes. And I'm hoping this might be used within the transmission, sort of this amber set, because this is also, it's requested to move. It sort of no longer really resonates with me, but I still kind of hoping in a way it sort of supports the session, because a lot of my crystals do sort of, I say amber as well, sort of still tree related. Anyway, I'm going to bring some healing through. Bora kasi, bora kasi, kamu dar karchi, parchamo, sore karte. Asiko de begar pe korchi arrato archi arra ana yes be archi bor yes be asha borchi. They're going to bring in some energy from the necklace, and they said to connect to that first. Archi yes be archi. And I'm actually seeing the amber color. I'm seeing it like a tree. Probably not surprising. Oh, I can actually see kind of like the resin almost like running through the tree. It's a strange image. it's like sitting in maple syrup or something. Anyway, strange image I got in my head. It feels quite strange when this is coming through. But anyway, I assume, well, of course, it's all going to be for healing. I can feel my Native American guides, my shamanic team. A lot of them are aspects of me. A lot of the shaman that work through me, they're sort of shamanic lives that I've experienced. Anyway, my shamanic team are here also supporting this. So there may be drumming. There's often drums when the Native Americans come through. Borokasi. Bam bam yes. And they're actually detaching me from this necklace so it can move on. And they said resin more than most amber does collect memories. And they show me like Jurassic Park style insects caught in the in the amber. Rum, and actually with the release of both of these, it's supporting my release and my movement into a new era. And they said there's going to be cord cutting to my past, but obviously, probably should explain, this is also for supporting obviously everybody else to move on and cord cutting to their past as well. So anybody that's approaching new beginnings, then it will support you, obviously. And supporting these items to find the new guardians. Both wish to bring balance to partnerships. That's the amber. Yes, the Arsha. And the yeah, him. Basi bekarrusu urjas arra watakja wata arra esha. All cords are cut to past relationships. Yes, bida. And they said this can be, of course, the sacred union, so marriages. But this can be used to cut cords with other partnerships, such as work partnerships, anywhere that's been, especially those where there's been contracts, or even if it's only verbal agreements to kind of support another person and sort of work in partnership. Maybe if you've done joints, work sessions with people, I don't know. Anyway, if you've worked with people in the past and they've moved on and no longer working with you, or you're wishing to break those contacts, then yeah, these two items will support that as well. And the sounding, of course. And yes, going back to this, and I'm seeing the amber. I've seen it like tree resin. It's coming down like treacle. I'm feeling like Winnie the Pooh now, because they're saying supporting your pot of gold, but I've also got this image of Winnie the Pooh with his, almost like with his head stuck in a pot, and not just the hand. And they said bring it through some honey for everybody. This is going to support the release of false twins, or what they're calling people masquerading as partners. So again, if you've kind of found yourself in a tricky relationship that appeared a little bit too good to be true at the start and has now turned narcissistic and abusive, then yeah, this will help clear those ties. Oh, I can feel some swearing in my head. No, but this isn't mine though. I don't know who this is. Yes, okay, they just show me. I know who I will need to send this one to. shit march go rebes into basi garatusta basi the coronas basi bit of bye. Yes, but yeah, I've got an image of a lady I need to send this recording to. Once people start working with me on a one-to-one level, or they get called to my lives on Facebook, they're on my radar, shall we say, and then yeah, they get hunted out, so to speak, within these transmissions as well. So I mean, the lady might find it anyway, might find this YouTube clip anyway. She does follow my work and she has one-to-ones, but they've popped her face into my head, as it were. So I know where the healing's going, not just to me. As we move into new beginnings, we want to clear all dishonest connections. Only the truth can prevail. Bringing you better connections also on the spiritual connections. So if you're connecting to inappropriate guides, for example, guides that are no longer serving you, no longer appropriate, also facilitating their release and your subsequent transformation. Yes. And again, the amber, and the words I'm hearing regarding the amber is making sure you're all seated, making sure you're all safe, and again, feeling sort of the tree connection, just grounding people. Yes, and I feel like my feet have just been stuck to the floor, so it just felt like sort of treacle or toffee or honey or something all the way through. They're just like, oh, my feet are stuck to the floor. It feels right though, it feels lovely. Oh, know you're sitting in safety. And I just got this beautiful image, and it feels like the really big redwoods that you get in North America. I've just got this beautiful bark, really deep red color, and I kind of just want to kind of lean into it. Obviously this is nice red color here, but I just want to kind of just really sit into in the middle of this tree. It's beautiful. I said doors are closed. Your freedom is announced. And I say this is all liars and abusers, is what I've been told. Yes, new beginnings. What? Let's make sure those doors remain closed. Somebody just said, yes, no barkarti. Bam bam go go bam 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 go go bam go go barchutisa bam go go bam bam corres basco rosh rano arsha basic carrando quasi basic carrando basic cusa base word But because I could feel you might have heard me saying no a couple of times in there. I ask questions in my head, sort of, so I can get a little bit more information when I'm channeling. Because I could feel the presence of native guides, I was asking if it was related to this bracelet that I say I got this today. It arrived in the post today, but they said no. They said that was still integrating. I was connecting it to myself for myself earlier when it arrived. But said it's not working with the public yet. It's fair enough. Now we're going to connect to the little Jasper. I say both the amber pendant, amber pendant bracelet, obviously as a set, and then this little fella, both going up for sale. I will stick details on my Facebook page. Anyway, he's coming through next. Oh God, he's got such a cheeky smile. Oh, he's saying, wash this down with plenty of water afterwards. He said, is also supporting to create space in the gastric system. He said, don't worry if throughout this next section you feel some strange releases. So obviously, yeah, people who know me and know my work know when I'm doing the light language or when I'm releasing, it makes me burp, it makes me shake. But it could be any manner of unusual sensations and energy movements that you feel. Native Americans are still very much present, or my shamanic guides within the sounding, but say this crystal is also supporting. He wants to help people shift and move into the appropriate partnerships. And again, he's confirming this can be obviously on a relationship or a business nature. And he's saying his work with me is done. Yeah, I'm getting married next month. So I'm assuming this is a correct partnership for me. And this is why they're it's sort of crystals that are supporting me with partnership are now moving on. Not moving on in disgust. She was kind of like, yeah, job's done. We can leave her now. He said he already knows who he wants to create with. And he says you might hear me singing in different ways. Yes, so that kind of implies to me that he does want to go to somebody that does do the light language, but don't worry if the sounding is different. To say I've got all sorts of different teams actually with the sounding. He just adds in his vibration. Yes, bida. Anyway, this transmission is about the great escape. You still need to watch your boundaries with people. And it's not to say you won't come across cruelty. But he wants to help support anybody with their marriages or other commitments and help them supporting these relationships to run smoothly. Yes, bitte. I said plenty of people have come across people that have masqueraded as good partners. That's again, whether in business or personal. How will you shift your potential? Releasing all resentment and pain from your past. And creating this increased feelings or increased vibration of satisfaction. Yes, bitte. Yes, and I actually saw him when I work with Flint. Occasionally it will show me, well, actually a few of my crystals do, like a knife-like action, and it just felt like that's what I was doing then with that bit of a release. It was cord cutting and a little bit of a knife action going on. I'm going to just put them down for a second because I need two hands. Actually, releasing some treachery from past lives. Yes, it's they said, even if don't worry if you're not thinking of changing partnerships or business or personal, and you're still attracted to this Jasper, because he's moved into working with past lives, and again it's still treachery. Cutting cords to treachery. Bush. He said, I won't desert you. I'll shift you into better times. Yes, yes. Yes, I think that's all he wants to do. No bas. Yes, and then just tidying up people's energy. Making sure you all got this clear pillar of connection, pillar of light through your own energy. And they said making sure all supporters are appropriate. Yes. And again, this really doesn't matter if this is friendship groups or spiritual. I'm bringing you strength. Just strengthening your pillar from the bottom, from the base. Yes. I'm just seeing this clear flow of energy. Feels beautiful. But again, with this sort of protections around the base. Yes. Anyway, we're done. So thank you, everybody. I love seeing the comments, by the way. So please do write comments about what you feel with these transmissions. Do find me on Facebook, because I do lives on Facebook. I might one day do lives on here, but I just haven't braved that one yet. Okay, anyway, someone just piped up new beginnings. I think that was a hint. Yeah, I might make some changes, sort of come June. Yes, Bibaracas. Oh dear, I've got quite a lot going on this next month. Anyway, thank you everybody. Lots of love. Do find me if you're drawn to purchasing, say, either the necklace and bracelet set or this little crystal. Thank you. Bye for now.